means. The skies would be darkened by oil fires that would result from the greed of human beings. Now, I don't know if they're referring to those that occurred in, 1990 in Kuwait, or if we have more to come. There are many other things in here that are very, very controversial. Emmanuel foretells Israel's fate as being one of termination, unless the Israelis of today make a true and just peace with the distant descendants of the rightful owners of that land, and then they can change the prophecy. There are otherwise great dangers of a new world war, but it would be in this new time that the eternal teachings of what they call the creation, the teachings of creation, would once again be brought into the world, this time to launch this new spiritual revolution. And they would be brought into the world by a simple man, a prophet in this lineage, who would live in a far northern country. At the base of the tomb of in Srinagar, of the man there who was known, I think, called Isa, also are these footmarks. And if you look, you'll see in the center, there are marks in the center of the feet, and these were crucifixion marks. And the legend that accompanied this is something to the effect of, here lies a great teacher who was crucified in his own land and who came here to us to teach us. James Deerdorf, who's here, and you hopefully will meet him over this week, he researched not only the photographs and the film evidence, but when he heard about the Talmud of Jmmanuel, he thought this was probably another Bible hoax. And Jim spent a good deal of time comparing and looking at this, and he has a companion book to the Talmud, which is called Celestial Teachings, and his conclusion, if I'm getting it right, is that the Talmud of Jmmanuel is the original text upon which the book of Matthew is based, having resolved over 200 inconsistencies, a number of which weren't even noted by biblical scholars till after the Talmud had been discovered, let alone translated. So this is stuff to be digested here. But now we have to ask ourselves, well, why has all this occurred? We have Wendell and his stories. The CIA is meeting him. Billy and his group have been under observation for 30 years. And just last year, one of the people wrote a thing and published and said, we know we're always being observed, but why don't they just come down and knock on the door and ask